Welcome back. Raising quality cattle requires taking the best possible care of your animals. Let's meet an Oklahoma family with a commitment to doing the job right in order to ensure their business is around for future generations.
I'm John Schumacher, and we're at Boise City, Oklahoma. We operate with our daughter and son-in-law. Totally, we encompass about 70,000 acres, and we run about 1,300 cows here.
Day-to-day working on a ranch is fun. I enjoy it. It's just to get out in the open air and get to see God's work. Cattle ranching is very important to us. We want to carry on the legacy of what we have known all of our life. As ranchers, we are caring people. We care about our cattle, we care about our land, and it is hard work, but it is fun.
We really enjoy the lifestyle of it in producing a wholesome product. I feel very good about our cattle, the health that we have on them and the performance that we have. I don't think we're a point where we can be content that we don't need to make improvements. If you don't make improvements, you're going backwards. Here in the last generation, we've started AI in our heifers. We continually do that every year, and we're AI in some of our cows. My dad wouldn't have ever thought of that, or my granddad was not available to them to do that. My wife and I were married in '78. We moved here in 1981. Worked for my father-in-law and mother-in-law. Pretty much fell in love with the ranch, and I just worked there as a hand for the first year. And then we started the feed store, and I ran cattle on the side also. I was raised in Texas, and I really love those folks down there, but this is home to me now, and I just couldn't ask for a better place to be. It's called no man's land, but it's a little harsh at times. But until you've lived here, you don't understand the beauty of this land and what it can produce. We've had a feed store in Boise City now for 35 years. And we've got a store in Dalhart, Texas for 25. We started out with just me and my wife, and we wouldn't even have a hired man, and now we've got like 15 employees. And over the years we've grown. We just haven't ever done it all at once.
Early March, the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, and western Kansas were affected by a wildfire, burned approximately 1 million acres, lost thousands of head of livestock.
It was devastating to see the loss that some folks had, and just the devastation that you wake up and there's nothing left. You know, there were loss of life that day, but livestock and the fencing, thousands and thousands of miles of fence burned. And at $8,000 a mile, and it makes it pretty prohibitive. And so that's what got us into thinking about what could we do as a Purina dealer or as a person themselves in organizing a group effort on trying to help them. I mean, there's so much need that we couldn't do it all.
We stepped up and donated 4 loads of protein and mineral tubs to the producers in those states. We delivered some to Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas.
One Sunday, there were several people that came to us and said, we'd like to do something, we just don't know what to do. You know, John goes, you know, we're gonna sell all of our fencing supplies at cost. And I will take all the fencing supplies down there for free.
I think we ended up sending 4 semi-loads of material that direction. I was just floored with the amount of help that people would do. I had a load of tubs that I was delivering to a ranch, and the ranch hand called me and said, I heard you're taking donations. He said, when you come up here with that load of tubs, I got a check I want to give you. I thought, you know, he might have $100 or $200 or something. He gave me a check for $2,500. You know, that's more than a month's salary. Fortunately, everybody was sending in donations, and we collected over $65,000 at our store in Boise City to send to wildfire victims. We need to be taking care of our own folks if we can, you know, and helping those folks and helping fellow ranchers in other parts of the country too.
Starting out with my great grandparents in the ranching business and then my grandparents and my parents, it brings joy to my heart that my girls and my granddaughters are wanting to get back in the ranching business.
It just brings a special place in your heart to see them out enjoying the work that you enjoy yourself, and you didn't have to tell them that this is what you're going to do. They tell you this is what we want to do.
You know, we worked several other big ranches and we decided that we wanted to move back home and be able to work with our family. I love getting the girls involved on the ranch, and you know, I'll always let them choose what they want to do in life, but at the same time I also tell them, like, hey, you got to learn this because we need your help.
Rick, get up there and do something. Thank you.
My dad had all girls, my grandpa had all girls, and so just because we were girls doesn't mean that we didn't help on the ranch. Like, we worked like the guys. It's cool whenever the men are like, man, you're pretty tough, and getting in there and just helping.
Rim and Stormy have a lot of good ideas, and younger blood gets in there, and it just kind of lifts your spirits and you want to do more.
We've been at this for a long time, and I hope that my grandparents would say, hey, you're doing a good job.
It just makes me feel so proud. My girls, I hope they get to carry on the legacy and keep going on with what I got to do.
I'm excited for the future on the ranch. Just seeing our girls continue what we've taught them, what their grandparents have taught them, what my grandparents have taught us, and continuing that tradition, and also, you know, progressing and continuing to feed America with good quality beef.
They can enjoy this life and be a very integral part of producing food and beef for the next generation of Americans.